White milk, or
indeed it is. Yeah, no, there's taking no prisoners here with this heat wave. All right, Rod Hill joining us now, and the record could be set today. This is the peak.
I don't think so.
Maybe not
So
anymore.
that's an update at noon. We're still going to likely easily set a record for the date, but we had been thinking we had a chance to get close to 107
the
territory, which is as warm as you've ever been. But it's not as warm right now as I thought it would be at noon, and I'm thinking it's probably because some of the sunlight's being blocked by all the smoke in the air. That really does have an impact.
Quite the twist.
Yeah, so our excessive heat warning obviously still in place, and I'm talking about heat that you probably won't notice much of a difference of. We're still talking triple digits today and very, very hot indeed. The warning's still up in one fashion or another from Seattle all the way down to the California border. And most of these warnings, at least away from the coast, will be in effect through the day tomorrow. All right, well, here are some interesting headlines. We hope you'll find them interesting. We're chasing the heat wave of 2009. Now, that heat wave produced 10 straight days of 90-degree temperatures or greater. That's the all-time record for this type of heat days in a row. It had daily highs up to 106. I was forecasting 106 today, but I've lowered that forecast. I don't think that's going to be equaled any longer. Our current heat wave, by the way, which is what, on day 4 right now, I think, if you go 90 degrees or better, still has the potential of lasting 11 days. So maybe this becomes the longest stretch of 90-degree heat or better. That would truly be historic. And oh yeah, we're still following this. 47 days with no more than just a trace of moisture on any given 24-hour period. You have to get up into the 70s to find a record there, but we have a chance to do that. All right, the haze is one of our big stories, of course. Our sky cameras, all of them showing it. Pacific City, that's no cloudiness, it's haze, 65. Realize if not for the wildfire smoke that's been transported into our skies, all of these cameras, including Pacific City, would show just a beautifully blue sky. But instead, we're getting that milky look. It's far more hazy in some spots than others. If you see the brown coloring, boy, that's a good indicator that that haze is, in fact, wildfire smoke. 87 right now. I thought we'd be 90. Temperatures are running generally cooler than they were 24 hours ago by a handful of degrees, by the way. So with that said, I've put these numbers on automatic pilot, which means the forecast model is saying 103 at 4 o'clock, 94 still at 8 p.m. tonight. And again, we're talking about temps over 100 degrees between 3 and 6 today, potentially. Low humidities, though, 15 to 30%. Of course, that helps. And we talked about the smoky haze. These are the current numbers, 80 in Tillamook. Astoria only 75. Astoria hit 90 yesterday. Thought they would do it again today, but obviously they are not at only 75 degrees. So forecast model says 80 for Astoria, still 100s up and down the I-5 corridor, and still 100s over in central Oregon. And here come our 7-day numbers. So now I've backed off down to 103 for a high. 97 tomorrow. I still think, though, we have a chance to hit 90 or better all the way into the mid part of next week. If true, this would become the longest stretch of 90-degree consecutive days.
You know, I did hear some people in the newsroom saying if it's going to be hot, if it's going to be excruciatingly hot, we might as well go for the record. But at least there's kind of a second place record. I'm
kind of okay with that when it's cold, but when it's this hot, I don't want it to be any
You don't want
hotter.
All right. Well, I think we got our wish there. Rod Hill, thank you very much.